EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Dobson, and he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Let's go now. Hurt. 79 Broncos.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, smash.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Romero.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Bowers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Here's 2nd and 3.
Buffalo 18. Go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy, 50 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Off play action. Romero. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Bowers. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Romero. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Carroll. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Track 60. Tag 19 light. Take go.
They'll look to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Here we go, here we go. On rock line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Romero. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run on 1st down. Dobson, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
70 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, Dobson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Take go.
They'll set up a throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Romero.
Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Romero. And he will find his man on the outside. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Romero. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Romero. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Atkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Romero. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24.
31. Steelers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now they'll change things up.
2nd and 11. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Looking to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give right side. Dobson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hiking 18. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Atkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Go.
They'll try the left side. Dobson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion goes the tight end.
19 Lions, 70 range, 70 range. 18 Pioneer.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd and 9 now.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third down at 6.
Here we go, set. Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 1. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come on, set. 18, up. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Looking to throw. Romero. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Back to throw. Romero. Short throw to Smith. He's got room to roam. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Romero. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So still locked. Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Taken down at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Throwing to start the drive. Romero. Short throw to Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Romero.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Romero looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's across midfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now he's forced out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the gun on third down. Romero toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.